It's true. It's true. It's time to break on through. With me, your host, Jeffrey K. Clayton, the long-haired weirdo, the unimpeachable president for life. You know, folks, I got told the other day, hey, man, when you say you're the unimpeachable president for life, man, it's not funny. It's not funny when you say that. And I said to him, I says, well, you know what? I don't recall asking for your opinion on it. I don't require your review. Just know something. When it comes to ANTiSEEN land, I am the unimpeachable president for life. The only way you can get me out of office is when I die. And then the whole thing goes. There won't be a seat left empty. The seat won't exist no more. There you go. Happy Tuesday. Boy, what a show we had last week with the Dean of Sods. Something else. And y'all enjoyed it so much that I've decided that he will be now, I'm not going to say monthly, but maybe we'll go with bi-monthly to start and see how it goes. I had a great time too. I really did. And I'm glad you all enjoyed seeing me and my old pal doing what we do best, yucking it up. Well, everybody got their break on through brew. Time to lift them. You know, we always got some things to lift for. This past week was the birthday of the minister of Malcolm Tent. Happy birthday, Malcolm. Many more to you. Keep them up. Today is the birthday of the one, the only, Doug Throgmorton the Throg. Anyone knows anything about ANTiSEEN knows that Doug was part of what a lot of people consider to be one of the classic lineups of the band. And here's to another year to you, Mr. Throgmorton. Oh, Sunday. My stepson Alex Stiff aged one more year. Keep them brews up. Drink one to old Alex. All you birthday guys, we love you. Many more to you. In good health. Overrun info. Southern Hostility demos. They've all been mailed out. Local people should have had theirs, should have got theirs yesterday. People that are a little bit further from the great state of South Carolina, probably getting theirs tomorrow. I'm looking at my list, by the way. I'm not falling asleep on you or nothing. I'm not doing a Dr. Gene Scott. Let me mark off everything I've talked about so I don't talk about it again. Y'all know JC, I will do that kind of stuff. In the very near future, hopefully by the end of this week, Miss Janice Blythe will have new Ruby photos on her website, or her store. Brand new. At least, let me see, I can see how many there were. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, at least 5 or 6 new ones. I think, maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 5. I think it's 5. Brand new ones. All of her character Ruby from The Hills Have Eyes. One from the unseen by most people, by most eyes. Her last film, Soldier's Fortune. But it's that very popular picture of her holding the pistol. So, those will be available, hopefully, by the end of this week. Keep watching the Facebook pages. We will make the announcement. I kind of got a lot to talk about, and I kind of got nothing to talk about. It's a weird thing today. I'm further away from the phone today, so I maybe won't see your questions if you ask me any. But in case, I mean, if you got something you want to know, just ask. Maybe I'll catch it. Well, it was a good mail day mail week, last week, toward the end of the week. Well, I got one of these. I don't know, you're saying, damn, Jeff Clayton, you already got one of those that you blooded up from sea to shining sea. Why'd you need another one? Well, it's orange. It's orange. And we got a show coming up on October 22nd. That's a Friday. You're in lockdown. You're binge watching everything on Netflix, Prime. You're watching every movie from the 60s and 70s on Tubi. You're in the house. You're just like, man, I got to get out of the house. I want to hear some live, loud rock and roll. Can you dig it? You went outside. You dropped down to your knees. You looked up to the sky, and all the beautiful stars in the sky, there was a 3/4 moon out. You prayed to whoever was listening. Dear superior being, please end these outrageous, unnecessary lockdowns. And let me get out and hear live, pure, 100% undistilled rock and roll. Just one more time. Those prayers were answered back in August, where we played 2 nights in a row. We are known as the band that gives the people what they want. So October 22nd, we're coming back one more time. One more time this year. Not the one and only time. I think we got 2 more after this one. But October 22nd at Freeman's Pub in beautiful downtown Gastonia, North Carolina. With special guests. Stop talking. Now, I'm not telling you to stop talking. That's the name of the band. My good pal Jeff Williams has a new rockin' teenage combo called Stop Talking. I think this will probably be their third show. And it'll be the first time I get to actually see them live. So I'm looking forward to it. And in my opinion, and my opinion counts a lot, one of the area's best Queen City Rejects. And their leader and head honcho is going to turn 50. This is his 50 years old birthday party. So you're turning 50 and you got Stop Talking and ANTiSEEN playing, and then you come on and rock the party. Your own party. It's going to be a fun night. I look forward to seeing as many of you there as humanly possible. Freeman's, is it set up for live music? No, not really. But you know what? That is what kind of makes it a lot of fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! October 22nd. Freeman's. That'll be our closest show to Halloween. One thing we will not have in our possession at this show is Live in Quarantine 2. Halloween in Quarantine. Probably going to be after Halloween before it comes out. Because you know ANTiSEEN can't do stuff on time. We can't, like our Christmas record comes out after Christmas, our Halloween record comes out after Halloween. That's just the way we do shit. Doing stuff on time is stupid. My main mang, Craig Merritt, from down in Austin, Texas way. He's the main mang at Pallbearer Press. Now it's getting to be Halloween. Y'all need some new Halloween outfits. You need some new Halloween haberdashery around the house. Pallbearers Press is where you need to go. .com, pallbearerspress.com. You need to go there. Look what he sent me. A little coffin kid of little Eddie Gein. Here, let me hold him closer to you. Oh shit, I'm about to knock over my entire display. Let's see. Oh hell. Well, there goes something. Look at that. Got him a bowl with some red soup in it. It's probably tomato soup. Cute little kid that looks like a 40-something-year-old man with his red buffalo plaid hat. Oh yeah, very detailed. They also did Gacy and the Zodiac Killer in that series. And also today in the mail, something came to me from Pro Wrestling Tees. Micro Brawlers. Bloody Terry Funk. Look at that. Oh, good gosh. You don't know what to do about that, do you? Bye. Woo-hoo! Pro Wrestling Tees, where you get that? You might not can get it. I don't know. It might be sold out already. So what are we doing? We're working on our new album. Brand new. When's it coming out? Don't make me tell you a date. All I can tell you is this. The release schedule right now, as we know it, is the re-release of Quarantine 1 and the brand new Live in Quarantine 2. They're coming out simultaneously. So I'm sure we will have a deal for those who want both. And I'm sure there's going to be some kind of wacky color vinyl combination, which we will also create a deal for the avid collector. Yes, sir. Man, I think you guys are going to dig the new album. I just felt like for the last few months we were waiting for something to, like a gun to go off, to go bam, you are ready to go record your new album. But I mean, we could record it today and it would be a damn good record. We're trying out a new team is going to track and mix. I'll get into that the closer it gets, but we're going to see what we'll come up with. We're all really, really excited about it. It'll be our first full length with Malcolm. You know, Malcolm's only done live albums, but you know, our first studio record, full length studio record with Malcolm. So we're really looking forward to it. I will tell you this: there is a fantastic opus on there. Remember me talking about Stop Talking? Jeff Williams. Jeff Williams wrote the words to this song, and it's a song about one of my favorite historical and zoocryptological figures, the Mothman. I've given it the title, "The Mothman Will Bring Us Great Disasters." Oh, you're going to love it. Let me see some hearts for loving it. Now I saw some thumbs up. That's not as good as a heart. There's some hearts. There we go with some hearts. Thumbs up is like, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. That bridge is going to collapse, son. I talked about the new LP. You know, also too, I think this week was the week that our brother Jeff Barbecue Young passed away back in 2018. I'll tell you something, I miss that guy every single day. You know, I've got to start reevaluating all my priorities here and really get that movement going to get the Young brothers a grave plot and a tombstone. I know you're thinking, well, damn, Jeff Clayton, how much could it be for a damn grave and a plaque? Man, we don't want to get them just a ground plaque. We want to get them a tombstone. Can you dig it? A big one that on one side says young brothers. Or the young brothers. And then the other side, their individual stats. We're also talking about having I'm also thinking about having a piece of art that has Joe's guitar and an acoustic guitar kind of leaning on each other like that to represent each brother. So soon I will get that going. I got to figure some stuff out. I can't have all those contributions that would come for the GoFundMe come to my PayPal, because I don't know if you've heard or not. You know, up until recently, you could make 10 grand. You know, on the sly, under the table, whatever, without reporting it. I mean, I'd probably prefer you report it, but, you know, you wouldn't get in there. Well, with the new administration, they're making that limit $600. Oh, yeah. That's going to fuck some people up. It's going to fuck me up. I'm already in trouble with the tax man. Hey, but you know what? At least Orange Man's out. That's all we wanted, right? Yeah. Okay. Brad Mullins is a friend of the show. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for a very, very long time. He has contributed some wonderful artifacts, wanting to spread them around, wanting to spread the income that comes from it, spread it around to a few of the things that I've talked about. You know, it's like he didn't give specifics. He said, you know, do this, maybe help Janice out a little bit, help your granddaughter Winter, which, man, I'm floored at the support we got for the kids, you know, being out of work for so long, and just amazing. And I can't thank you guys enough. But Brad has donated something here. I'm just opening it for the first time. And let me tell you something about this. This is an original. It is not a reprint, but it is a original. Extra large. This was made back when Gigi was alive. They sold these on tour. Look at that. I'm going to post it on a page here in a little while. But, you know, highest bidder is going to get that. The money will go and we'll spread it around to help some people here. Y'all like that, don't you? Woo! Yeah! I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I had a great show lined up today, and I had a guest, but my guest got double booked, and could not be here today. But they have promised they will be back soon. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't want to spoil the surprise. It was going to be a surprise. And it was going to be a good one. So that's why I'm kind of like, I know you guys, usually, Jeff Clayton, you come in here all the time, not prepared to talk about anything. Well, today, I'm really not prepared to talk about anything. And I really appreciate you guys coming on Tuesdays, knowing that sometimes it's going to be like that, But if there's, the Data Sarge did ask me one thing. He saw this art piece I have in here that the Cosmic Commander did. It's a luchador mask on a canvas with thumbtacks and razor blades all over it, and 2 tape-wrapped forks. And he wanted to know, were those forks, did they belong to Abdullah the Butcher? And as much as I would like to spread the lore that they are Abbeys, they are not. They are forks that Cosmo simply wrapped up and put on the art piece. But yeah, it was, man, every time I get close to having this place ready to show everybody, something else happens and it makes a gigantic, like, hurricane-esque disaster in here. And then it puts me back a little farther. Man, one day I'm just going to show it to you. Mess and all. I mean, you guys got messy offices and rooms and stuff, right? Pop a question in here, because man, I'm running out in here. I'll be thinking of some stuff here in the next couple days. I'm going to put on the site to help me get out of my debt with the man. Yeah, Stephanie says the messiest room you have. Yeah, I mean, this is where it all happens. This is where I do the mail, where I bring all the new shit that comes in. I got the band merch in here. But man, I guess one day I'll just put the nose to the grindstone and really get this place ready. And just, with that intent of getting it ready so we can have a break on through where you see the break on through studios from one end to the other. Oh yeah. We're going to do it. It's going to happen. Mark says his art room is a disaster, just like he likes it. I mean, I like mine neat, but it rarely ever is. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, seems like I do one thing and it looks like I've torn up 10 things to do it. But, oh well. Such is the life. Anybody got anything you want me to talk about? Just name it. I'll talk about it. Damn, I don't care. I live in Georgia, Pigsty, with a shitload of, I think you meant shitload of guns. I like that. Okay, Mr. 10 has come through with an update. We got it on the break on through teletype. There are only 5 copies of this Ain't No Sinking Ship hand-laid EP left. Only 5 left. Minister of words that begin with P and are not allowed because they go against community standards. Do you think, since we're getting it so close to the deadline, that perhaps you would allow a repeat customer or two? I'll let you make that call. I probably shouldn't have said nothing about it, right? But, Now I'm losing my train of thought. Malcolm 10 says we shall see. But there's only 5 left. If you want one, man, I'm telling you, there's only 50 made. Someone just asked, is there a Destructo Maximus 2 in the future? You know, me and Mark Rainey talk about a lot of future projects, stuff down the road. Man, we got projects outlined probably for the next 2 to 3 years. So I know about stuff way down that's in line to happen. And then, you know, stuff gets dropped into the mix sometime, and will it be in that sort of nice book form? Again, probably not. Will we do one in some form? I'm thinking maybe so. So, I gotta tell you guys something I saw on Facebook this last couple days that just really warmed my heart. You know, we don't talk about stuff like that too much, but my good friend Alan King took his little girl to see Kiss for the first time the other day. And you know, she's, to be a little kid, she's hardcore into it. And just the pictures of her getting ready, she didn't know where they were going, you know, and the pictures of her that he took when she realized what was happening and what was getting ready to happen, it's just priceless. And the picture of her watching. I know, all you purists out there, oh, well, it's Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer, it's not really Kiss. Well, to a little girl, it's as real as it gets. So, I think that was pretty damn incredible. And I wrote him today, and I said, man, it's like, you know, being an old guy, of course I got, you know, choked up looking at him, and I said, man, that look on her face, I said, that we all had that look on our face at one time. And you can say whatever you want about them, about how they are now, what you've learned about them over the years, and, you know, this, that, and the other. But I'm telling you, being a kid in the 70s and knowing that existed, is out there, it was something else. It still is. They still put on one hell of a performance. I mean, am I going to go? No, I'm not. I'm not going to take out a loan to go, but somebody like this little girl saw them for the first time this year, and it had the exact same effect on them that it had on me when I saw them live in 1978. So, more power to them. More power to them. I did sell my Ace and Alice tickets. I love Ace. I love Alice. But I do not love venues that will demand to see your papers before you walk through the door. So I decided I would not attend the program. You may enter, but we must see your papers. Well, hell, let me see if I can drudge up something here to talk about. If not, I may have to say goodbye and say no, you don't even know what time it is. I can't even tell what time it is. Can someone tell me what time it is real quick? I know we'll be on a delay, but I can add the seconds up, you know. No one's giving me time. No one's asking me questions. All I can say now, 5:36. Derek Giles to the rescue. 2:36 in Seattle. There we go. I know I promised to never do this, and I end up doing it a lot, but I tell you guys, I'm sorry. I know you guys want to hear stuff about the band, but I don't know what exactly I mean, we've already covered the history over the last year. All right, here's Mark asking me a question. Did I ever get into comic books? Like everything, I was into it in the 70s. I really loved Amazing Spider-Man. I loved all the horror comics, like Werewolf by Night, The Monster of Frankenstein, Tomb of Dracula. Monsters on the Prowl, Creatures on the Loose. Man, when I really got into comics though was the I think it was called Marvel Spectacular, that had Man-Wolf, J. Jonah Jameson's son from Spider-Man, who was an astronaut, and he found a moonstone, a bloodstone or something, and he wore it as a necklace, and it turned him into the Man-Wolf. Good shit! I still got those. What about EC? Well, yeah, man, I got into EC, but much later. You know, EC was heavy during the 50s and 60s, and I saw. I mean, of course, I saw some, but you know, I got a real good dose of those through compilation magazines. Yes, Brad, Power Records. I got all the Planet of the Apes Power Records right up there. You'll see them on the guided tour. But someone else, when I really got into comic books, man, was the big black and white magazine format. Tales of the Zombie, Savage Sword of Conan, Vampirella, Eerie, Creepy. What else, man? Deadly Fist of Kung Fu. Morbius from Vampire Dead. The first time I read Morbius, I heard about Morbius, I know he appeared in Spider-Man, but maybe I had dropped Spider-Man by then. And the first comic I ever read about Morbius was from Vampire Tales. And he appeared in that pretty damn regular. But loved all this. I mean, I still got a shit ton of that stuff. When I take you on the tour, I'll show you a shelving unit there that's got the white magazine-sized comic book boxes. That's nothing but magazine, wrestling, rock and roll, comic mags, horror movie stuff. I got a bunch of 70s Penthouse, stuff like that, man, and tons of it. Love that shit. Someone else asked, I saw the question fly by, do I have any tattoos on my back, chest, and torso? I don't. I have one right here. Born to lose, live to win. That was the second tattoo I ever got. And I got it on the same day that I got the first one. Brad Mullen says my movie collection is impressive. Brad, it used to be impressive. Remember when Brad knew me back when I was living over on Central Avenue, and I had old video store shelves that were shelves on both sides, and I had them, lined up like I had regular shelves, then these, and I had them bolted to the floor and into the wall, and they were full of videos and I guess the start of DVDs and stuff. And I used to have just about any and everything. And over the years I got rid of a lot because I started looking at stuff and going, am I gonna? I haven't watched this in the last 5 years. Do I think I'm ever going to watch it in the next 5 years? If the answer was no, then I got rid of it. But I think I still got a pretty good collection of DVDs. It's not massive like it used to be. After a while, you just run out of room. I'm sure you all know that. You know that pain? Not having enough room for your good shit. We're talking about comic books, though. I had that issue. I had the original issue where it was either me or my brother had it. Where the original Green Goblin died. Where Spidey had him cornered against a wall. He's sitting up on some crates and stuff, and he was not going to let him go. And he had his little jet fighter with the two horns on the front. Went like this, and it was flying towards Spider-Man. And of course, Spider-Man's Spidey sense tingled. And he ducked just in time, and the thing went right into the Green Goblin, the original Green Goblin. The Osborn kid's dad. See, I remember some of this shit. It's amazing what I retain. And also equally amazing what I can no longer seem to retain. My wife has been reading books here lately about, better ways of living. Living without the assistance of pharmaceuticals. That may be against community standards, and I may get booted right there. But man, I'm amazed at the information she can take in, and it stays. I don't think I know how to study anymore. I don't know. But she can, and I'm thankful for it. And she retains, man, it seems like she retains every damn thing she reads. And lucky for me, I'll put it this way, man. I've had a few. I'll go ahead and tell you guys this. I had a few pretty serious health things going on over the last few years. One of them was I was producing lymph-filled blisters on my legs. And when they pop, it would be big pieces of dead skin. Just when Malcolm was over last, I thought I felt some tape on my leg, and I reached down under the table and I pulled it up, and it was a big damn piece of skin. I was like, God! It made a hole in my leg. A hole! Not a scrape, a hole. My doctor kept saying, it's a symptom of prediabetes. You take your blood pressure medicine and it'll take care of it. And I mean, here's the truth, man. They give you just enough to keep you coming back. Man, I'll tell you, I could not wear a pair of socks because I'd take off my socks. My feet would look like I've been wearing a tight rubber band all day. Man, it was mainly my left foot. And I saw this happen to Jeff Young before he died. Retaining fluid. His foot would swell up so bad that it looked like he described it perfectly. A canned ham. It looked like a canned ham with some toes on the end of it. Now mine didn't get quite as bad as Jeff, but it got bad. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I really kind of started to get worried a little bit. Well, my wife did some reading about some natural things you can use. That's there. And it will take away all that swelling and all that water. I was given Lasix pills that was just make it to where, man, like if you got to piss, there's no time like, oh man, I got to piss. Let me go to the bathroom. Nope. You didn't have that much time. When it happened, you had to go. Which results in opening up the back door at work, peeing in cups in the car, shit like that. I'm being completely honest with y'all now. And, yeah, man, I'm telling you, a month of doing what she's learned. And it is the first time in a long time that my leg, both of them, mainly my left, has looked perfectly normal. I can see the veins in the top and the bone in the top of my foot. It worked. And I know there's some of y'all out there, you know, well, a doctor wouldn't tell you this information if they didn't want to make you get better. Well, you know what? You go ahead and believe that all you want. It's called the medical profession for a reason. Oh, yeah. I didn't think it was going to be possible. And man, some of the stuff I learned, I'm going to hip you guys to. I'm going to hip you to one right now. Okay? The thing that gets me when I get sick, a cold, anything, and I'm going to use this word, I don't like it, it makes me sick, but I want you to understand what I'm talking about. You know when when all that snot goes dripping down the back of your neck and it seems like it's going from here to 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 here and you cannot get rid of it? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Well, guess what takes care of that? Irish sea moss. Irish sea moss. powder. It's moss from the sea, from Ireland. I don't know. Pour in a little bowl, mix it up with some coconut oil, maybe some honey if you really, really can't take stuff that's hard to get down. I take it. 20 to 30 minutes later, that shit is dried up. Now, man, I'm going to tell you something. I've sunk a ton of money into Mucinex over the last 2 decades. Mucinex does not work as good as Irish sea moss. Someone looks like they're saying something important here. I'm going to try to touch it without hurting the broadcast, but you know how that works out sometime, y'all. See more. I'm trying to see more, motherfucker. You're a fan of Norm Macdonald. Yeah, I remember Norm died recently. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know much about Norm Macdonald because I really didn't watch Saturday Night Live. I watched the first group, you know, with Belushi and Chase and Aykroyd and Gilda Radner and all that. I watched that. I watched a couple after, you know, as they were being phased out, and I watched a little bit in the '80s with Eddie Murphy and stuff. But a lot of people said Norm was really funny, and I just the stuff that's been on the TV last few years is supposed to be funny, is just not very funny to me. But I know a lot of you guys are big fans, and well, I'll tell you what. Before I check on out of here, Jason, what was the natural cure for the Lake? That's a little bit more detailed. I don't have time to go into, but I will tell you about it. Especially, man, you know, you guys all write me on your individual time asking me questions and stuff. We don't have to talk about records all the time. If you want to know some of this stuff, man, I'll be glad to share it with you. If you got some kind of problem that maybe you know I had, and you want to know what I've done for it, hit me up. We'll talk about it. That's just a little bit more detail. But let's go ahead and lift up our Break On Through brews to Norm Macdonald. That's right, Heather. Works. It's not witchcraft. I'm going to give y'all something I haven't given you in a long time. You ready? I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Take care till next week, y'all.